I've
All
already
right,
started
welcome to another
recording.
Colin and Trevor's No BS UFC live stream. And this is going to be for the excellent card. I think it's UFC Fight Night 247, I believe it is, at the Apex. We haven't done this for a while. This is my nephew, Trevor, the Terminator Cards. How's it going, Trevor? Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, Colin. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Been busy and trying to stay alive. And I know you have been doing your thing as
Yeah,
well,
hell
man,
yeah.
over in beautiful Minnesota. It's so great to see you. So let's jump into this card, man. This is an interesting card. It is a fight night with the main event being Neil Magny and Carlos Prates. And so let's jump into this, man. Let's go over here and see a couple of my notes so I can make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, Trevor. So we're back and we are going to chop it up and let's break down the first fight of the night on the prelims. Semi the Jedi Matthew Semmelsberger versus Charles Radke. I'll go first on this. I think this is going to be a competitive fight. I'll just throw that out there. Matt Semmelsberger, I've interviewed a few times. Really tough guy. He's been on a little bit of a losing streak, but he's always in the fight. And he's gone up against a lot of really tough guys. Charles Radke is a tough guy. The slight underdog is Semmelsberger, right? And I really think there is value in the veteran, even with him being on a losing streak. So I'm going to go for the man they call Semi the Jedi, Matthew Semmelsberger. I just think that he's got more UFC experience, even though it's a little bit more losses than wins. He's still got some good wins and just a ton of experience and a lot of confidence. He's got a great chin. He's a tough guy. But that's my pick. Matthew Semmelsberger. Not a lot of confidence in it, but Semmelsberger to beat Radke. What do you think, Trevor?
I agree. It's going to be a good fight. Both men are coming off losses,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
are going to go for the man with losses
What are
on
you
his
saying?
record.
What are you saying? The man with less losses on his record. You're going for
Yep.
Radke.
Yep. Charles Radke. I
Sounds good.
think
Go ahead.
the fighter is going to, the fight will go to decision and should be competitive,
I think so.
like
I think so
you
too.
said.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree. All right, so then let's go down to the next fight that we're going to break down, which is the UFC debut of the man known as the Dutch Knight, former one championship double champion Rainer, the Dutch Knight de Ritter. And he's going up against the man who just refuses to die, Gerald GM3 Meerschaert. Man, the guy will not die. He keeps coming back and getting wins, even after it looks like he's done. And he's like 37 years old. So he is a little bit older, but you know what? Actually, yeah, he's a little bit older, but he's definitely got more UFC experience. But the Ritter's been fighting over in Singapore on one championship. So he's a really experienced, great fighter, too. This is going to be a good one. Both guys are BJJ black belts. But the Dutchman is fairly substantially favored, I think, about 3-1. I do think he'll win the fight, probably by decision. I don't know if either guy can submit each other. They're both really high level black belts, but I got the favorite Rainer de Ritter to win this one over Gerald Meerschaert. How about you, Trevor?
I agree with you on this one. I think the Dutchman picks up his first win, and I'm gonna think maybe he might even submit the veteran
Meerschaert?
veteran
Meerschaert?
G3M
Yeah, GM3, yeah.
or GM3.
I think that would be crazy because I don't think Meerschaert's been submitted in many years. He's a good black belt in his own right. But I think de Ritter is just going to be stronger and maybe even better the better jiu-jitsu guy. Is that kind of what you're thinking, obviously?
Yep.
Makes sense. Okay, well, that is impressive. And let's go on to, in fact, you know what? The last time Meerschaert was submitted, it was to Jack Hermansson. And Hermansson is a really good submission fighter, UFC veteran from Sweden. So if De Ritter can do that, that will definitely be a feather in his cap for sure. All right, let's go on to the final fight we're going to break down, which is the main event of the evening. And that is the veteran Neil Magny going against the Brazilian nightmare, Carlos Prates. Magny is a guy that's just fought everyone there is to fight. He wins one and loses one. He beat a couple of really good guys. He's lost to several really amazing fighters. This one is going to be tough. He's kind of clinging to his career, and but in all honesty, like there's definitely levels to this game. And Protest really, I think, is not fought anyone quite as good as Magny. If it was Magny of 5 years ago, I'd say for sure it's a pretty big step up. Magny kind of at the level he's at now, it's still a little bit of a step up. Protest has been killing it with 10 wins in a row, not all in the UFC though, but 10 wins in a row with 9 finishes. So he is a finisher. There's a lot of hype behind him. Again, on that 10 fight win streak with 9 finishes, were impressive. I think Magny, the odds makers are giving Magny little or no chance to win here at like a 6.5 to 1 underdog. I don't think that's true. I think possibly he's such a cunning fighter, such a crafty veteran that he could possibly win this fight and pull the upset off. So I think there's value in Magny. It's probably not going to happen though. And I'm going to go for Protest. Protest just seems to be on a knockout frenzy, and he's probably going to stop Magny somewhere maybe the second round. But I'd love to see the upset, and I don't think I'll be laying minus 800 odds on Protest. But I do think he's gonna probably win by knockout in the first or second round. How about you, Trevor?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a challenge of the
changing of the guard. You mean you're trying to say a changing of the guard?
Yeah. Changing of the guard, yeah, type fight where the old version gets put away by the young lion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Protest.
Is it
Protest?
Protest for the wins this by TKO or KO. Probably the second round would be my guess.
Yeah, I was thinking first or second, probably fairly early on, but I think those odds are really high. I think laying minus 800, there's no money to win. You have to bet $80 to win $10. So I don't think there's any money to be made there. Maybe if you pick the round, first or second, then the prop bet will pay you a little bit more money. But yeah, I mean, this is important for Magny. I think if Magny loses this, he's already kind of a gatekeeper and a journeyman, and I think he'll even go down a level even more in being the gatekeeper and the journeyman if he loses this. And Protest will definitely have probably the biggest name on his resume that he will have defeated. So it's a big opportunity for Protest, but also it's a big opportunity if Magny can pull the upset. A lot of people will be paid because with Magny, if you bet, every $10 you bet, you win $50 or almost 60. So he's definitely a big dog at 5.5 to 1. And I think he might do it. I don't think he will. I wouldn't put the money on him, but I think he's got a better chance than 6.5 to 1 odds would show. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is going to be that. This is a quick one, but Trevor, we're going to get rocking on these just like we did, man. Had a lot going on. Had to deal
oh my God, we were doing this like nonstop, and now
yeah.
What the hell? We're so bit. We're just so busy that we've been working. We've been working our asses off that
we just didn't have a chance to do it, but we'll
haven't had a chance to do this.
Yeah, but we'll get back in the rhythm of it. I promise you, we're going to get back in the rhythm of it. Do our Colin and Trevor's No BS live stream. People always love to see us. I'll put this out, and it will be a good one. So, Trevor, I better wrap it up here. Got to get some stuff done, but I will give you a call a little bit later tomorrow. Great predictions. Let's see who's right. We're together on 2 of them. We're together on We're together on Protest, and we're together on who's the other one? We're together on Protest, and we're together on DeRitter, and then I have Semmelsberger and you have Radke. So we're together on 2 and against on 1. We'll see what happens on Saturday night tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. Fights are early for anyone watching, and we'll catch up with you then. Trevor, great talking to you. You're the best, my nephew. I love you. We'll talk to you soon. For Colin and Trevor's No BS live stream.
Yes.
Colin Crandall here. Trevor the Terminator. Carnes. We will catch you guys. Boom. Next time. Peace.
Yep. Peace.
Peace. Where do I can't even find the record. There it is.